All right, we should be live. RTD virtual meeting. Let's see how this goes. So I wanted to connect on, uh, open up the mic a little bit, get a couple other people tuned in, and everything is last minute as always. So not sure how to turn out, but as of now, I believe I'm streaming live, and I want to open up the invitation. And so this was inspired by the video I did earlier today, where it looked like in the chat there was a lot of good back and forth. And so I figure I would just open it up and see who else wants to join me. And so as of now, I got a couple requests. So now I got to see if I can actually get guys connected. So we should be good to go. For those that did reach out to me, if you did, then you should be able to connect with me. And other than that, let me check in with the chat real quick. So let me see. I can't. All my metrics is down. All right. So here we go. So I'm gonna open up and see what we got going on here. So to make it easier, because we are streaming live now, go ahead and shoot me a email. I'm not an email, but shoot me a text, and I'll reply back with the link, and then connect with me, and we'll see how this goes. So want to see if we'll have enough bandwidth and internet speed, and see who's interested in actually connecting on some face-to-face type activity. So let me check in with the chat real quick, and I'll wait for somebody to join me. Let me see. Man, this is it's gonna be interesting to see how this turns out. Okay, so let me see who in the chat thus far. We got looks like Dan, Patrick, we got Michael, we got Aaron, Jabril, low blood pressure. Where you at, my friend? Low blood pressure, where you at? I sent you the link. Holler at me. We got Michael, Debt by Death. We got Prabar, Spirit King. Too late for me to join. It's never too late, Spirit King. Cut the light on. Cut the computer on. Join us, man. Let me hear what's happening in your neck of the woods. We got Sterling B. We got DD Prepper. Good evening. And so, yeah, I thought I would just do something different, man. Let's hang out tonight. Who wants to connect via Zoom? And so by this time, because it's too late, I'll actually put the number in the chat, so you guys can I'll throw the number in the chat. I'll just say text me, and I'll reply back. Text me at 313-462.0027, and I will send you the link. All right. Interesting to see who shows up for the hangout. So the instructions have been simplified. So all you have to do now, just shoot me a text, and we get you in here. So today's activities. Looks like the Federal Reserve is going to be willing to do whatever it takes, as always. We always knew that. And so now it's just a matter of how much is enough, because there's no way of stopping what's underway, and their balance sheet will continue to skyrocket till there's no return. All that liquidity brought into existence will compete for all the limited goods and resources that we have, causing major problems. Let me see here. It says, Spirit Kings, I've people sleeping on the other room. Fair enough. No problem. We're going to hang out again. It's 1 a.m. It says 35 trillion and counting, 100 trillion over and under, living the quarantine life. It's over, folks. They have already won. Nothing more to see here. Now we just accept whatever happens. We never took the appropriate steps to make change. Perishable metal will not be enough for true change. True. And that's the thing all along, because the problems we face are not just limited to the United States of America. Like, this is a global issue we're facing here. And so because of it being a global pandemic, it's no one thing that we can do. And it was always a matter of just bracing for impact and seeing what's going on. So we do. Looks like we got somebody joining us, Mr. Low Blood Pressure. Let me get this Let me get some audio. It's connecting to audio. Hello? Hold on, let me cut my mic up. Uh-oh, there we go. I see a face. Hello? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? Okay, give me 1 second. Let me figure this out on the fly. Let me figure this out. Let me add something. So you can't hear me. Let me try to give you a different mic. So low blood pressure, can you hear me or no? No, okay, you can't hear me. All right, so this is what happens when you do stuff on the last minute. We got more people trying to come to the party. So give me a second. Let me figure out this audio, and we'll be good to go. Let me see audio. Let me get this audio cranking. Okay. So everybody out in the audience can hear me, but the viewers can't hear me, and it might be because I'm using 2 microphones. So let me see if I can switch it up and use a different microphone. Okay, so yeah, this is okay. So how about now? Can you hear me? Hello?
You there?
I am here. How you doing?
Good, Mike. Finally, you get to see my ugly face.
Your ugly face. Low blood pressure.
Am I the only one on?
Say that again?
Am I the only one on?
No. So as of now, it looks like we got Valerie Dean. We got a couple in the car. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for hanging out with me.
This is Vince Grant. I'm always on your chat, and then my girl Val.
Vince and Val, how you guys doing?
We're good.
We're good.
That's good, man.
And we got our pup in the back, Millie.
Okay, so what area are you guys from? Where you guys at?
So I'm from Chicago, but we're in Naples, Florida.
Okay, Naples, Florida. Okay, I got a little family down there, so it's been a while since I've been down there.
Nice.
But
yes,
yeah, so welcome to the virtual hangout. So this is my first time looking to get everybody together, and I don't know what I'm doing, so we learning together. So, but I'm curious as always to get everybody's thoughts on what's going on, what you're seeing down in Naples and low blood pressure in Corpus Christi, Texas. I know that. And then we have Mr. Bob Miller joining us as well, coming in with a spooky background. But let's just say hello to one another. So I'm assuming, can everybody see each other?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think.
So you guys
Can anybody
cannot
see me?
No.
I only see the gentleman and the girl talking. Whenever they talk, they come on. But then I see you, Mike, and that's it. And I see myself in the corner.
All right. So
we see you now.
Okay.
So right now, what do we got here? I'm trying to put everybody on the same. So I see all 4.
Okay.
And you guys just see yourselves?
Yes.
Bob Miller. How you doing, Bob?
I am good.
That is good. Let me so yeah, apart from trying to figure out how to make sure everybody can see each other, let me see. I don't know how to do it. Allow participants to rename themselves, mute, play, enter, exit, chime, lock, meeting, merge.
I think by default, we should be able to see each other.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But it looks like everybody's separate. I see 4 people.
Yeah. Mike, whenever somebody talks, that's when they come on. When like sound comes through, that's when I see their faces.
Okay, sounds good. So long as you guys can hear each other. Okay, so with that being the case, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in your world, man. What are you guys seeing? Anything out of the ordinary? Anybody sees anything out of the ordinary? I mean, apart from the obvious, but anything really stand out to anybody?
I mean, other than the 6 feet apart thing at Walmart and some of the other stores, I mean, it's kind of like, to us, I mean, it feels like we're being programmed for something that was already planned in a way. I mean, it feels like unnatural. It feels unnatural to us, but natural to some of these big outfitters like Walmart or, we were at Trader Joe's. We took a trip up to North Carolina just to get off the grid. We stayed in like a little town. We wanted to literally get off grid because who knows, that's something that we might really need to do here in the next a couple of months. So we went and did that like last weekend.
Yeah.
And they were, they're like, when we went into Trader Joe's, they were keeping us, there was only 30 people allowed in the store. And then they were keeping us like 6 feet apart. To us, it was just like weird. It's like, for what? Where we believe that maybe, who knows, this could be just a huge pandemic of something that's not even viral as a bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just weird to us. But obviously we respect everybody's understanding of it. And we want to respect those things. Plus, we don't want to get in trouble for violating the quote unquote CDC, governmental, rules.
Yeah.
Get in trouble for it. Who knows what would happen if we got in trouble for doing anything? Or
So watch this. So
it's almost like,
get in trouble how? Like, so what's something like, let's get in trouble how? Because it's not officially, to my knowledge, like a lockdown where you walk outside, you get in trouble. They say, essential movements. And so like today,
Right.
I got a text from Governor Whitner here in Michigan, and it was like, just some of the qualifications, but it says something about, you can go outside and, and do something activity wise or something. And so it's one of those things where we're not officially on governmental lockdown where we can't move about in, moderately, but it's that gathering aspect that's a problem. So do you guys see a lockdown coming where, don't leave your house, or if you leave your house, you might get, arrested type of thing, or what?
At this point, not really. We did like when this first came out, but now, not really.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, now I guess we're really just we're waiting to see how they want to progress. But what I'm saying is, who knows how far, they want to take this. So why not be careful in a way where being cautious? Like, who knows? You get pulled over, you don't have masks or gloves. And if they really want to enforce things the way they have it, it's almost like martial law. So I'm not one to live in fear, but at the same time, it's like, who knows how far they want to push things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, fair enough. Bob Miller, nice to
Yes.
meet you, my friend. What
Nice
neck
to
what
meet
neck
you.
of the woods are you in?
I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania. What's life like in your lockdown or self quarantine or whatever you want to call it?
Pretty much the same as the rest of the world. Staying here, not going out.
Yeah. Now going out, like, I'm assuming you go out front yard, backyard, down, you
Yeah.
go out for a walk, but you don't do your daily activity, driving and the
Nope.
busyness of life, basically.
Working from home.
Working from home. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. How about you, Mr. Low Blood Pressure?
Out here, everything's normal. Everybody at the stores are still crowded, and people getting groceries. Things are coming back to normal here in Corpus. I don't know. I hear New York's getting crazy. Other places are getting crazy, but everybody here is out jogging, walking their dog, running outside, So, and I go out because I work. I have the critical job, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So
Essential.
I'm out and about every day,
Yeah. Now,
And I still see people. The only thing, a few items at the store are kind of low, but other than that, the people they're out. Everybody's just they're just making fun of this stuff. Nobody's even taking it that serious.
now,
Where are you?
I'm in Corpus Christi, Texas, right
Okay.
on the bay. And what do you call it? At work, there was a guy that had COVID-19, tested positive. He went to the hospital for like not even a day or two. He came out of it fine. And then another friend of ours, his dad has it. He's an elderly man, and from what we hear, he's doing fine too. So I don't know. I think it's just hype. They're trying to scare everybody. But
so
I'm not saying don't go protect yourself. Protect yourself, but I don't even have two thoughts about it anymore. I'm already thinking about what's gonna happen next week or next month with this monetary hyperinflation thing going on. I don't even COVID. That's yesterday's news. I ain't even worried about that.
now watch this. Amongst the fact that everybody here seems to have a alternative perspective, that contradicts the narrative, but yet there's still people that goes into the hospital and they're not leaving, and so clearly there's some issues with that. And from what I've gathered, having close contacts in the medical realm, the age is like 50 and above. It's those people who have immune compromised systems that when they go in, it's kind of like it's not likely they're coming out. So they're dying because of something. Now, whether it's the severity of the virus or people want to throw in the 5G and all. I mean, all types of stuff. We don't know, but there is something that is a threat to humanity as of now with these the amount of deaths that have taken place. Wouldn't you say?
Right.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I see. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, we really think, we have a hunch that it's radiation sickness. From everything that we're researching, I mean, the fact that, what's happening to these people's lungs, it seems like they have some kind of elevation sickness. I'm seeing from all kind of doctors all over New York. There's a guy by the name of Dr. Andrew Kaufman, who's a psychologist who has his own theory. And actually, David Icke, who was in the interview on London Real, he mentioned all of that. He mentioned that doctor, and I researched it. It seems pretty legit. So, I don't know. To be honest with you, we're Christians. We're believers. We believe in Christ. We believe that this could be the beginning of the 7-year tribulation.
Ooh, really? So from a biblical standpoint, I'm also a believer in Christ, and so I think that what we're seeing now, we've been in the end days for, since it was first referenced in the beginning of the New Testament. That was always the end days, and so I'm not seeing enough signs like, rumors of war, all those things. We've been seeing that for quite some time. Like, we've yet to see, as it says from the Bible standpoint, the rebuilding of the temple. The temple is not built yet. They want to. They got all the preparations for it, but it's not up and standing yet. So until we see that, we won't see the decimation done by the Antichrist. So that's why I'm not like that far ahead. But definitely, it is coming. But so that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah.
But and so as we're here, so we got a couple people joining the hangout, and as always, invitations open for more. And so just shoot me a text, and I'll reply back and get more people in here because I want to open it up a little bit because we can't, hang out physically, but we can socially connect via, using Zoom. So I'm having fun thus far. So what do you guys think of the FOMC and the Jerome Powell willing to buy up every single thing in sight?
I got some bills he could pay for me if he wants to buy everything up, Mike.
You must be a billionaire.
I'll go get $1 billion loan if he wants to pay for it.
Yeah, so I think by next week, are you expecting a stimulus? A little stimulus down payment?
Look, I got 6 kids, Mike. I'm gonna have a payday coming soon, But I don't know. If they give me the money, they don't give me the money. I have an okay job, I make okay money, so I ain't too worried about it.
Yeah.
They my bank said I could take the 3-month defer, whatever they're calling it, and I told my wife they're gonna see my deposits, my employer, so it's not even gonna be hardship. So I said, you know what, let's just pay it. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike? You're gonna delay your house payment?
No, I'm gonna stay on top of everything, man. Just because I think having been aware of this moment in time where the Federal Reserve ruins themselves with their own currency, I've been expecting this for some time now. And my philosophy is let them just do what they have to do to run this thing into the ground so that those that hold precious metals can be on the other side of that, because metals prices will reflect their destruction of their own currencies. And so, like I always say, it doesn't take much weight. It doesn't take much weight to absorb all that liquidity. So I'll just wait until, I got to unload some weight or something into some real tangible resources if it's going to be possible. So, but it's going to be hard to make moves if we can't leave the house or be able to, leave our state or our country. And that's one of my concerns.
We can leave, Mike. We're free to go anywhere we want, It's just nothing's open, but they don't have that, you have to be in your house. The police is going to pull you over. Like, what's the police going to do? Put you in jail and you get sick? I don't know. I don't see the police here enforcing that. Yeah. But we don't have that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on some good weather, man, because right now it was snowing, literally like snowing, and it was 60 degrees yesterday, and it snowed like, an hour ago. Like, come on now. I'm waiting on a real spring weather.
It was 87 here, Mike. My kids were in the pool.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I wish. I wish. And so So let me get to. So what other questions out there? This is open discussion, so I'm not interviewing nobody here. So what do you guys want to talk about?
Mike, you said about them running it into the ground. How long do you think it's going to take till they print their way into devaluing the currency?
Oh my goodness! I would want to say it would definitely be within the next year or so. We'll start to see their stupidity reflected in prices because I think the supply chain is going to be an issue. So going to the grocery store within the next couple of months, I think we're going to see real problems outside of what we're seeing now. Because if they keep stimulating everybody and UBI comes the next couple of weeks, people are going to go out and buy their immediate goods. Nobody's going to be willing to pay off bills, and they're going to be buying up anything they can physically. So, and then they're going to roll out that digital stuff. And so that digital stuff, I think, can keep this thing going a little longer because we won't be talking about paper no more. We're going to be talking about our apps and scanning stuff. But anyway it goes, we're all going to be looking for actual physical things. And that's when stuff can go haywire. So that can probably be another year or two. So, in my opinion, so I don't know.
A whole lot of people chasing a very few amount of goods, you're going to have a tremendous amount of inflation.
Yeah. And so I can imagine, like right now, apart from the grocery store starting to empty out, precious metals dealers are going to be next month or two. They won't have nothing in inventory, I imagine. And then you're going to have all the small little stuff around your house that you never paid attention to will become valuable to somebody because somebody else is going to need it. So I think it's like Craigslist, for example. People might be shopping on Craigslist just to exchange stuff. Like, hell, I mean, I got all types of crazy stuff around me that I'm sure somebody else would want. They might have something I need. So we might end up going back to a barter system. And God forbid it gets ugly in these streets where social unrest picks up and people start, robbing and all that stuff out of desperation. So.
Hey, Mike, let me tell you something about Craigslist.
Yeah.
Hey, I had some extra masks, the N95.
Yeah.
So I try to put them on Craigslist, and as soon as they see the word mask, N95, anything like that, it instantly, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. It deleted it. I put it on there and deleted right when I hit enter. So they're not even letting you sell things, like say somebody needs some mask or something like with the scare, anything related to the scare on Craigslist, it deletes it automatically. I don't know if it was just me or you guys see that going on Craigslist.
I haven't shopped on Craigslist in a minute, but I know that's probably going to be a hot spot pretty soon. Now, question for anybody out there. Are you guys still able to get metals from your local dealers or anything like that?
I just went today. I picked up some silver eagles, but they only had like maybe a couple hundred left. Really?
So what was the premium?
100. I would have grabbed them all.
I got them for 21 a piece.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
That's cheap. So are they 2020s or?
I was buying them for like 23.
I traded my old gold necklace with the cross to, and then they gave me like 50 of them. So.
All right, we got somebody else joining a hangout. Let me see. Let me move some stuff around. Let me see. X to start. Let me see. This is I think it's one of the reasons I want to do this is because everybody has a unique perspective and experiences that is valuable to all of us. So we got DD Prepper. How you doing, DD Prepper? Can you hear us? Stop video chat. Let me see here. We can't hear you.
Hit that. Tell her to hit that little thing if she's on the phone on the bottom left. There's a button you have to hit.
Bottom left where it says mute. You should see yourself talking. The volume should be moving.
Yeah, it says join audio. It'll say.
Wow, Millie.
What type of dog? What type of dog you got? What type of dog is that?
She's a pure breed boxer.
Pure breed boxer. All right, so it looks like unmute. Yeah, me and my wife been walking our dog more than we've ever imagined, and he's like, he looks forward to it. Unmute, mute. All right,
can you hear me now?
DD Prepper, I hear you now. We can't see you though. So, Mr. DD Prepper, where are you joining us from?
I'm in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, how is everything in your neck of the woods? On the East Coast.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, sounds good. How's everything in your neck of the woods, my friend?
Pretty much normal here. All the stores like Walmart and Food Line, everything's good.
Sweet. Let me see here. Action start camera. Let me get that. All right. There you go. Let me see here. All right. So you can introduce yourself to the group, to everybody. Unmute. Yeah. All right. So let me see here. So why everybody so quiet? This is supposed to be a hangout. Talk to each other. Mingle.
I wanted to mention was the.
You can't see. Hey.
Somebody say who's so saying something?
Oh, my bad. I was talking to my wife. She running away. She don't want to see you, Mike.
So I said hello.
Prepper, did you say you're in North Carolina on the coast?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, cool.
Are you near Morehead City?
Because it's switching from screen to screen as everybody's speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, I've actually started a little bit of self-sufficiency with the garden.
Mm-hmm. All right, so hey, Prepper, Bob asked a question about Morehead State, or I didn't hear.
He said he's from North Carolina on the coast, and my dad used to live there.
Yeah, on the coast.
Yeah.
Eastern North Carolina.
Around Morehead City?
Close, about 40 minutes from there.
Okay. Cool. I know that area.
Yeah, I have family in Fayetteville and Wilson and Raleigh, and that's where my roots originated from.
Nice.
So I don't go down there too often, though, but yeah, that's where everybody is originally from. And so let me see. I feel like I gotta interview some people now because y'all not talking to each other. So let me figure out. I gotta come up with some questions.
What are you gonna say? Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
It's a lot different, man, when I'm doing video than it is when I talk smack. You know, now you can see me. I can't say
Yeah, it's good. Like, because typically going into interviews, I'll already have a gang of questions I want to ask. And so it's one of them things where nobody's right. We're all learning on the fly. So I don't want this to be an interview where I'm interviewing people. I just want to just hang out and, take off my tinfoil hat.
Oh, I got my sombrero. I got my tinfoil sombrero, Mike.
You for real or you just joking?
Nah, I'm messing with you.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I wanted to ask you guys, anybody here still eating out? Because I still eat out. I'm not scared. What are you guys doing? You guys eating out or?
We just got a pizza right now.
Yeah, so you eat out as in you order and they go pick it up and come home?
Yeah. Not only that, but for lunch at work, I eat at restaurants. Drive through, of course.
Yeah.
But I know some people, they're scared, like, oh, I don't want to eat. They might cough on my food or something like that.
And that's one of the things. So think about this. If you're, restaurants are closed, but all the fast food.
I eat out and I cook and I eat out. I do both.
Yeah, I order. I'm a pizza head, so I order pizzas all the time. We order pizza all the time. So.
Yeah, we just ordered a pizza.
Now watch this.
Just picked it up.
Has anyone had the experience of offering somebody some cash and they say no, thank you, because they don't?
They acted weird. Mike. I gave the drive-through lady cash, and she looked at me and made kind of like a face, And then so I'm like, well, you want my debit? It's probably even nastier than this money, but whatever. I just gave her the cash.
Yeah.
She made a face, but she didn't say nothing,
So here's the thing, I offered a pizza guy delivery guys $5 extra on top of because he had to go back. And the guy, he is like, no, I don't want it. No, thank you. He was nasty and snotty with my wife about it. I'm thinking wow, usually a kid would appreciate anything extra, but I assume he probably has orders not to take cash or so we're going to be seeing that cash and stuff.
Roll, Mike.
Huh?
You should have given him a roll of toilet paper. He would have appreciated that.
Oh man. So watch this. So out of everybody here, who so we got DD Prepper. He talk about gardening. Who else? Say again. Who said that? What's that? Huh?
His video's frozen.
Who's DD Prepper? Yeah. So apart from low blood pressure, you garden, don't you?
What?
Do you garden?
Yeah,
You
yeah, a
garden?
little. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, I got avocados. I got citrus. I got plants. I got the other plant that I can't talk about. Yeah, me and my wife mostly, because I'm always working, but she does it too.
Gardening.
Yeah. No, Diddy Prepper, you broke up. Valerie and Dina, you guys garden as well?
Not yet.
Not yet, but we're looking at some land, possibly get into the hemp, industrial hemp farming business.
Yeah.
We're looking into.
That's
Not
cash
that
right
kind of
there.
hemp.
That's from NASDAQ.
Try to speaker view. Let me see here. Okay, yeah. So we'll do it that way. All right. So yeah, so people request a speaker view as opposed to the big view. So so is it hold on, but it's not changing. So I gotta figure out how to
People should be able to change that for themselves.
yeah.
Like if you're on the phone, you can slide to the left and right, and it gives you different views.
Okay.
There's a dog. That's food now.
What else is going on? So yeah, so what do you guys think about this format? You guys think this is something we can ride with, do this more often? Give everybody a chance to check in?
It's cool, Mike.
Absolutely.
What about is this online? Can you see it on the YouTube channel right now or
Yeah.
no?
So everybody see us as like five thingy. And so what I wanted to do, because I heard Zoom is having issues, I wanted to see, try to push it to the limits and see how many people we can get on at one time. That was the goal.
I've been in meetings where we've had 20 people on.
During this, everybody at home using bandwidth type of thing.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
Yes, it should be able to do it. The only issue there is everybody talking at once and not knowing when it's your turn to talk, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, I think because we have up to I think 100 people, which would probably be too many people, but unmute. Who am I now? Unmuting. But yeah, I wanted to just open up and hang out a little bit because I always wanted to do it like an actual physical get out and meet people, but you're down and you're in Pennsylvania, we got Florida and Texas and North Carolina, so everybody couldn't get together at once. So let's do it online and see how it goes.
It's funny to hear people talking about going out to restaurants. Everything is closed in Pennsylvania. You can't go out.
Not even drive-through, sir?
Nope.
Wow.
There's some restaurants you can come to the door and they'll bring food to the door and then you got to leave.
Oh. Here, there's even a McDonald's. As of a couple of days ago, you can still order inside the actual physical building, but they just hand you the food and you have to leave.
Huh.
I don't know if it's still like that. It was like that a few days ago.
Wow.
Don't dine in. Just get your food, get out of here.
Yes.
Mike, I heard a statistic today that the Fed by July is going to have a $10 trillion balance sheet by July.
I believe that is probably possible at the rate they're at now, because it was 500 billion in the last week, and they're 6.0, almost 6.1 right now. So they could probably do 500 billion a week from here on until. So, I mean, it could probably far exceed 10 trillion. But here's the thing: is if they couldn't unwind, last 2 years trying to unwind, how will they begin to unwind this? Which they can't. So
Never.
And then they still call it lending. Like, how are you lending to people that can't repay anything? So
right. For the last 3 weeks, they've been spending $1 million a second.
$1 million a second. That's unheard of.
Yeah.
So have you guys heard of the theory that the COMEX will shut down and then it will bring the price of silver up to like $40, $50, and then it will once silver hits like $40, $50, then the COMEX shuts down, and then no one knows where silver will go from there.
I don't doubt it. And
what's going to trigger that shutdown?
The fact that most of the derivatives trader who's trading it doesn't have the actual physical bullion.
Yeah. Well, from what I understand, contractually, they don't actually have to deliver on their promises. They can settle the next day in cash. Mm-hmm. But at some point, people are going to start asking for it, and if enough of them did it, it would shut it down pretty quick.
Yeah.
From what I know,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
no,
Mike.
No, go ahead.
Okay. From what I know is that the COMEX, they like the gentleman said, they could do the settle in cash, and also there's a limit. They could sit there. They know how much silver they have. They know how much they could acquire, how much they could, everything. So what they do is they sit there and say, okay, well, so many contracts could be for delivery only, and then the rest of them have to be settled in cash. But I don't know. That's just what I hear, But I don't know much about it.
From what I'm seeing this week, they have nothing. They actually don't have anything right now. They're trying to borrow it from England.
Yeah, and they're not letting anything go. So there's going to be a issue of them not being able to source anything. And they're talking about just the $100 bars or the $400 bars, and then they're spending more paper contracts off of those type of weights. So once again, only a fool would be willing to continue to accept paper future contracts as actual possession of the metals. But as long as they control it, because think about this: the institutions that are issuing those futures are also the same ones that are probably the primary holders. So they can just recycle it to each other and not ask for delivery because they're the ones that's also dumping them. So
yeah, but somebody here just said they paid $21 for an ounce of silver, and you go look online and it's what, about 14 now. So the premium is a 50% premium. So they can't keep doing this much longer. Yeah, but and the thing is, like, for the average person on the street, like it costs you, apart from somebody in the chat saying they just paid $1 spot. $1 premium. I'm trying to figure out where is that at. But other than that, it's going to be hard for the average person to go out to their local store without having to pay something on top of that. And it's only going to grow, especially as metal dealers realize that they're damn fools for continuing to sell for this counterfeit funny money that they printing. So business is going to go. So the metals dealers are going to go out of business or decide to hold back. Or at least I would. I wouldn't be selling at these cheap prices. So, but that's just me. What else we got going here? So I appreciate everybody hanging out. Yeah, go ahead.
What about that Scary George? How much overspot is that one?
So the Scary George, so the guy who makes them for me, he can source them, but yet I just shipped out one yesterday, a 5-ounce boy, and it was originally $145. So these $30 extra. So it's for 1 ounce is $36 for 1 ounce. So that's almost double the price, but it's all hand poured and stuff he makes. So, those are unique pieces in nature. So I, of course, got me some more because those are reliable on my end, even though I got to pay a little bit more for them. But I'll be willing to do that. So what happened with we lost Mr. DD Prepper. So Val and Dean, does anybody here have YouTube channels?
Nah, Mike.
We're gonna make one soon.
He's got one.
Oh yeah, I do have one.
Oh, you didn't even know. You forgot.
I posted a couple, yeah.
All right, so let me see. We got somebody calling in. Let's see. You guys want to take some questions?
Hey, yeah.
All right, let's see what's going on. All right, hello, caller. Welcome to the virtual meetup. You should be joining us, but instead you want to call. What's on your mind?
Yeah, hey, what's up, Mike? This is EB Man from Ohio, man. First of all, I just want to say it's good to talk to you. Like this format, but I wanted to throw something out to you that I'm catching in Ohio. I don't know if anybody else is.
Go ahead.
My coin shop is closed, man.
Your coin shop is closed?
I can't buy. Yeah, in Ohio, like even the coin shops is closed. I can't. I'm trying to get gold, silver, man. You can't even buy it because all the coin shops is closed because of the quarantine or whatever. So
I could hear.
So he's saying in Ohio, all his coin shops are closed because they don't have any metals. You say?
No, they got metals. Like I had a couple guys even still answering the phone if you call. But like they're like, hey man, I'm not allowed to sell to you right now.
Really?
They'll buy it from us. They'll like the governor has said like they can buy it from us because it's considered essential business. So like if somebody needs to sell something, get some money, and go to the grocery store or something, they're letting them do that, but they will not sell to the public like the coins and bullion.
Yeah, so. That's. Hey, and as Al said, that's a smart move. Like, why would you sell something so precious for something that's being printed, or not even printed, but just being created out of nowhere? So, yeah, I'm not surprised. And so it's the beginning of April. So, wait till next May. It's going to be a frenzy to try to get anything, I think, if it's not already bought up or going to be double the price. So here's a question. Like right now, with silver being $15, $16, but $20 for a silver eagle if you can find it. Would you be willing to pay $40 right now to get an ounce if you had to?
Ooh, 40. That's kind of pushing it for me, but I think I would, because just so to stay, like I said, man, you know, you can't I can't order online, and I can't even go to a coin shop to buy right now. Like I'm gonna freeze myself from buying precious metals.
Yeah.
So you know I can't get them. You know, so I wanted to see if any other parts of the country was kind of in that shape, where you know even their coin shops are closed. Because like I'm telling you, man, you know my shops are even closed.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out to everybody, and see what the other countries have been around.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all take care, man.
All right.
Good night.
You too.
All
right. I wasn't expecting getting a call when I offer everybody to join me via video. But hey, so here's the thing, like, you know, because like right now I think we're still thinking in terms of the actual paper price of getting physical. But yet with all this creation of funny money that's going on, or funny currency, I would imagine pretty soon out of pure desperation, people will be willing to pay any amount, especially if you don't have any. So $40 an ounce or $50 an ounce can still be cheap. You just won't be able to get as much. But when as they're going to continue to create, I'd imagine it's going to be easier to let go of those paper units of nothingness for anything physical, to where there may not be no premium that I personally wouldn't be willing to pay to still get something physical, knowing that the price will probably double, triple, quadruple, just because it's reflected in something that's dying. So
I don't think we're quite there yet. The gold to silver ratio is still over 100. And I think that when you start seeing that drop down below 100, you're going to see that things are starting to shake loose. I think that's sort of a barometer for how much control they have. The higher that gold to silver ratio is, the more control they have over the price of it. And right now it's starting to get pushed, coming down, and like they're losing control of it.
Yeah. Now, isn't it interesting that the gold prices was, I think it was above 1,700 today, but silver still 15-ish, 1,600. Like silver has not moved at all, but it's gone down in comparison to gold having gone up. And then the fact that lets me know that's going to be so exciting when something in the silver market breaks, because they will lose control of it more than likely.
Yes, silver lags the performance of gold, but when it takes off, it outshines it. So when it moves, it's going to move hard and fast, so that you'll know it when it happens, because it's going to be big.
Interesting. And so let me see what else we got going on. See if anybody trying to join the hangout. What else is happening in your guys' world, man? Like, what are you guys looking forward to? Do you think we're going to be out of this self-quarantine anytime soon, or is this going to be a prolonged thing until we're forced to have to decide whether or not we're taking a vaccine or not?
I think it's gonna go on forever, Mike. It ain't gonna go on till you see troops on the street. I think that's when it's gonna be over, because like now they're pushing it April, now then they're talking about June, July, August. Who knows, Mike? All I know is all my local businesses are bankrupt, Mike. They all got a ton of overhead, and nobody's going to them. You know, think about all the pizza places where the kids go to play. You know, the jumping places. It's just crazy. I got a buddy. He has a lounge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he put $80,000 into his business, and he can't even open the doors, Mike. And he's paying $4,500 a month of rent. Oh. I don't even know what to tell him. The guy's almost in tears, and I feel so bad for him, but I don't know what to tell him. You know, I tell him walk away from it, keep the hope. I don't even know what to say, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Wow. It's crazy because, like, you know, like years ago, you'd be able to like riot, you know, but nowadays, like, they have us so controlled and like confined and just powerless that it's like the only thing that can really solve this for the elites is like bringing in a one world government and like the mark of the beast. That's why we have a hunch that like this is it. Like these are the end days, and we have to get close to.
They're not going to stop you from rioting. That's going to happen. That's going to be happening.
I think it'll happen. However, I don't know if this is the kind of tyrannical government that we're going to get anywhere with, is what I'm trying to say. Human beings had more power years ago, and now I think we have less power.
Well, you have the power you take.
Right.
Yeah, they only have the power you let them have. For me personally, I don't think it's gonna bother me, because if it's in front of my house, I'm gonna stop it. If it's on my street, I'm gonna stop it. If it's in my block, I'm gonna stop it. But if it's in Washington, I can't stop it. If it's in Austin, I can't stop it. So as long as it's where I could see it, I'm gonna do something about it. That's why I don't worry about these things.
All right. Well, 1 second, people. We have some new visitors to the virtual hangout. Let's welcome Steve and Miranda. How you guys doing? Okay, hear you guys.
You hear him breathing.
Hit the mic button to the bottom left.
There you go.
They're on.
Even Miranda. Okay, there they go.
Hey, you're back. Hey.
There we go.
I think that's my mic. Hello.
All right, welcome aboard.
I see.
They'll get caught up. Their video's frozen.
Yeah,
Everybody got
apart from using your cell phone,
Okay.
I think laptops would be easier. Where they go? So how?
Hello.
We hear you.
Oh yeah, my laptop is down.
No, Diddy Prep, we hear you. We just can't get Steve Miranda's voice just yet. So watch this. How many parents we got out there? Parents with kids still in school. So how's that?
Homeschool, Mike.
Homeschool? How's it? Well, so it's not a real question for you if you homeschooling, but how's the adjustment?
No.
How's the adjustment for kids not being in the building right now and being home and continuing in their education? What type of education are you giving them or allowing them to partake in? Anybody?
What is it? The Austrian school?
Low blood pressure.
My kids are going to go.
They going where? They say they grown and gone.
Oh man, you're lucky. I can't wait. I got another 20 years.
Grown and gone.
My kids are older than most of the people.
Oh, man,
It's
access that video.
Homeschool, like you have to dedicate like at least 3 hours or 4 hours just to finish your kids' schoolwork just for that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day it's another 3 or 4 hours.
Is that what you got? Is that what you're asking me?
Or no, just
that's what we're doing. We're doing.
Oh, okay, that's what you guys are doing. No, here in Texas, you can do whatever you want. As long as you're teaching them how to read and write and math, quotations. So there's no really. You don't have to report to anybody. You don't have to have standardized tests. Nothing like that. You do what you want here. So we usually use books, though. We use the Sylvan plan, like we buy the books on Amazon, and different books that we like, we get them. We just rip out all the pages about global warming. We tear that shit out and throw it.
Yeah,
you'll be surprised.
Amen,
Those books
bro.
have all that stuff. They talk about all the propagandas in those books. I can't believe it. When I see it, what the? My kids say fake, and they rip it out.
it looks like Steve and Miranda still having issues. They can't.
Let me get a sense for how long everybody's been kind of prepping and getting ready for this kind of event that is upon us. How long has everybody been prepping or gearing themselves up to be in a position where they can have and be more self-sufficient?
10 years.
All right, Mr. Bob Miller,
at least 5.
5. I've been since I've been doing this rethinking the dollar concept, which is over 6 years now. I've been aware of staying ahead of the curve by making small preparations. And when you look back at it, it's basically just looking to have a little bit more than you need in every area of your life. Like, most people don't save, but yet when you save a little bit more, but then saving something else called metals, when it comes to food, how many people actually, apart from the every Friday going to the grocery store, decide to put a little something else extra to the side, and not just every area of your life? So 5 or 6 years for myself in total. But here's the thing, like, how can you really be fully prepared or whatever? Like, we don't know the extent of how long this is going to.
Okay, well, for me, it started after the Sandy Hook shooting. After that Sandy Hook shooting, in 2013, that's when I started really going hard with the prepping. I never owned a gun up until then. And then I went and started purchasing guns and ammo. And I had to get out of Maryland because Maryland's gun laws are so bad that you have to prove beyond a doubt that you need to carry in order to get a concealed carry permit. So I moved to Carolina. And from the time I got here to Carolina, I took a concealed carry class, got my concealed carry permit, went to the store and bought all my guns at one time. And I've been prepping ever since.
You've been prepping ever since. So, like,
8 years.
Go ahead.
8 years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly with silver. I mean, once things got really serious, we went out and got like a lot of food, and stacked the whole house. So.
You said what? You got what? How many monster boxes?
What's that?
Where you at?
He said, how many monster boxes? So it looks like, Steve and Miranda, can you hear us?
Hey, can I put something out there?
Go ahead.
Hey, well, okay, say everything happens, and destruction, everything comes back. What are you guys gonna do with the monster box? What are you guys gonna buy? Me myself, I'm gonna get a cattle ranch. I'm gonna get out in the country, get a cattle ranch, get some cows. What are you guys gonna do?
That's what we want to. We want to get a hemp farm.
Want some land.
Mm-hmm.
Land, yes.
Go back to the old days.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to get land and try to hopefully institute some allodial title to it.
What about an outhouse? You gonna have an outhouse?
So we got Tony Ruiz in the building. Tony, how you doing, my friend? Can you hear us?
Oh, I'm doing good. Yeah, I can hear you.
Thanks for joining us, man. Where you watching from? Where you at? What's your area?
I'm from a little town called Cleveland, Texas. I'm right next to Fort Worth.
Cleveland, Texas. Okay.
Yeah, Cleveland.
That's good, man. Nice. Thanks for joining us, man. We just having a little virtual hangout, get a chance to meet everybody. Steve and Miranda still having problems. They struggling, boy. Look at they struggling. they can't hear us either. They don't know we're talking about them.
Oh man.
So what we say? Where Tony go? Tony, where do you go? Lost him already?
He's there.
Tony. So give us a little bit about yourself, man. What how's things in your neck? How's things in Cleveland, Texas?
Well, things here in Cleveland, they're actually starting to get pretty serious now. We just went to lockdown April 2nd. It's supposed to extend till May now, from what I'm hearing, and now they're proposing a curfew even.
A curfew.
I know.
Steve and Miranda, we heard you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be from 9 p.m. till 5 a.m. Nobody can be out.
Now, what happened?
That's what they're proposed. That's what they're proposing. That's I think it's still in the works, but I'm not sure if it's going to go through.
So what do you think? What happen if you're caught out? If it goes through and you're caught out, do you have to have some paperwork saying you got permission or what?
Yeah. If you got permission to be out, like if you're coming back from work, just make sure you have a working ID of wherever it is you're working from, and also if you have no excuse, they're gonna fine you $1,000 fine, and then or up to a couple days in jail. So yeah,
wow,
crazy, man.
So you just take that, if you got some stimulus money, you just take it from the government, give it right to them. Say, here, just go ahead and take
this. They're letting people out of jail. They shouldn't be putting you back in jail. They're letting people out.
I know. It makes no sense. They won't let you out.
All right, so we got Steve and Miranda. Welcome. So you guys are you can hear us now.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We've
Yes.
been able to hear you the whole time.
Okay. So you heard us talking about you then, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. But no, where you guys from, and give us a little bit about yourselves.
Detroit, Michigan.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Where? Well, east side, west side. What's that you claim?
West side, Ann Arbor area.
Okay, that's
kind of west of Ann Arbor, but I work in Dearborn.
okay. So okay. So I'm more east side. I leave it at that. But welcome to the stream, man. And so I would ask you how things are going, but I kind of know how Detroit's going. But what's Ann Arbor-ish looking like? Which is about about an hour from me, give or take.
I was going to Costco in Ann Arbor a lot, about a month ago when it was starting to hit. And I remember the lines being to the back of the Costco, and everything kind of selling out really quick. And the grocery stores around here are pretty sold out,
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody seems normal for the most part, I guess, other than
the internet.
Yeah, we still got the internet. Neighbors are kind of on guard,
Yeah.
standoffish, but
Yeah, I see a lot more people doing a lot more couples doing more exercise together, walking dogs and walking and hanging out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's good, I think, for a family.
We've noticed that out when we're out at the park or kind of where we go hang out. We got a kind of a game range and stuff we go to.
Yeah.
There's a few people going back there, but
Sweet. So let me ask you guys a question. So somebody mentioned internet. Are you guys prepared for when the internet goes down?
we've heard about that.
Yeah.
That's when the riots start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a little, precautionary measures, I went and got me a nice little ham radio so I can try to stay connected and stay in tune. So
Absolutely.
what I might end up doing, because this boy has hundreds of channels, we might have to get a little RTD channel so we can kind of stay connected with each other. So I gotta do some reading on the book. I barely cut it on yet, but it's one of them things where we'll get on one frequency so we can all stay connected around the country. So we'll probably be the only YouTube community still able to connect via.
Shortwave radio.
Oh man, we're just talking trash, man. But no, so as far as this format here, man, so content creators, who else out there got channels? So I know Dean got a channel. Shout your channel out, Dean. Where you at, man?
Vince Grant. If you just look it up, Vince Grant.
Vince Grant. Okay, good deal. So that's some more people can go check you out. What do you talk about over there?
The gospel.
Oh, okay, good enough. How about anybody else? Tony, low blood pressure. Steve and Randy, I got channels or what?
No, I don't got no channels, man.
Everybody got something to talk about. Everybody got something to talk about, man.
And pay my bills and take care of my kids. That's it. I ain't got time for
low
that.
blood pressure. You got.
I got a little time to chat.
Hey, low blood pressure. You got 6 kids. You a vet. You got something to talk about, man. You got 6 kids.
Well, ask me. What do you want to know?
I'm talking about
all kinds of flavors.
Educate the world with how to parent 6 kids. Huh?
Hey, Mike. I only have one wife. Okay, I know some guys have a lot of kids. They got more than one wife. I only have one. Okay, all C-sections. I have 3 boys and I have 3 girls. My oldest is a son, 3 daughters in the middle, and then 2 baby sons.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow. Thanks. My wife, she did all the pushing, but they all C-section. My son, he had problems when he was little. He was too small. Like the umbilical cord was like the size of those coffee straws. And so he was small. So, but he's fine now. So then they did emergency C-section. Then after they do one, they have to do all of them. So then my last baby, I don't want to get too personal, but they said that the uterus was kind of thin. So she said, don't push any more kids. So we stopped at 6. I wanted 10, but but we just couldn't do it. It wasn't healthy or safe. That's what the doctor said. So we listened and we.
Now watch this. Let me. So there in the chat room. I'm just looking at the chat and I saw something.
League of your own.
Say it again. What happened? What's the number to take? Okay, watch this. Now, unemployment is skyrocketing rather. What do you guys think about the next job paradigm? Will it look the same or not? Do you guys plan on staying in your sector of of work, or do you venture out, or you guys get that much thought?
I do forex on the side, and actually I've been doing really good here lately. Whether the market's tanking or not, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah.
So like job wise, yeah, I think it would affect my job. Yeah, like it's a regular just middle class type job. So I think the middle class is the one that's going to get hit the most.
You say you're doing forex?
Yes, foreign exchange.
Are you doing what currencies you trading?
I do all pairs like USD, JPY. I mean, Dow even. The Dow.
Is about to go down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
like
like those things.
I mean, I've been trading for about a little over a year and a half now.
Wow, that's pretty good for a year and a half. I tried trading options, and I got my handed to me, but the only good thing, it was only a $500 lesson. After that, I was gonna put $5,000, but then after $500, I said, you know what? I need more education. And I tried to learn, but like I paper trade, and still, especially now with this crazy market, like I just left that alone.
You saw how quick it can go.
Very.
We have Matthew joining us. Let me see if he can hear us. Matthew, can you hear us?
Yeah. What's up?
How you doing, Matthew?
I'm doing good.
Where are you located, Matthew?
Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee. What's give us a rundown on Nashville? Is it chaotic or like every day, a normal day?
Yeah, it's a mix. You talk to some people, and they're not worried about it at all. Then you run into the people that are talking about the 5G conspiracies, and then you run into I work every day, so I'm in construction. So I'm at Home Depot, and I do talk to a lot of people. But the traffic's low. I'm not having to drive 2 hours to work anymore. It's like 35 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it trimmed down quite a bit. But we just got done with a prayer meeting at our church, and we did it through Zoom.
I'm on a live hangout with Mike from Rethinking the Dollar.
We have
I'm on another phone call.
One guy that's a doctor, and he said that a lot of them are working from home. So we got a lot of people working from home here in Nashville. Construction is mainly the main thing that's been going. I haven't really seen anybody else.
Good evening. I got to check out.
All right, DD Prepper. Nice. Thanks for hanging out, man.
All right.
See ya. Be blessed down there.
The next one.
Take it easy.
Yeah, it seems like construction is really kind of an essential in a lot of ways. I'm in the roofing business, and I own a marketing firm, and we generate leads for the top roofer in Florida. And I mean, we're cranking out, insurance. And another thing is weird is insurance companies are paying
these are my friends
faster.
Hi.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's what we were doing today. A tornado came through Nashville about like 2 weeks before. Say hi. It was like 2 weeks before the lockdowns and everything started happening. So grocery stores really didn't get stocked even before. Before everybody started doing a mad rush. But the tornado came through, and it sent a chimney through 2 stories in an apartment. Nobody got hurt. Nobody even got hurt. So that was great. But it left a big mess. So we've been working on that for.
Are the restaurants open?
They went where you had to skip each booth, and now they're just everywhere's to go. And they got better deals, like Cheddar's. You can buy for $20. You can get a huge tray of French fries, a huge thing of chicken tenders. It's like 20 chicken tenders, and a big casserole for $20. So,
wow!
I know. So
can't get that here.
That's been pretty good. But yeah, the restaurants are just drive-through only. If you're going inside, it's just takeout. They bring it to your car. You're not allowed to go inside anywhere. Around here. Hair salons are out. There's even a fine. I don't know what the fine is. I think it's I heard it was like $1,000, but that doesn't seem right. But there's a fine if the hairdressers are coming to the house. It's a misdemeanor.
I heard $1,000 as well.
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor if they catch you somewhere. It's not essential, but it doesn't make sense to me. This what I was just talking this through with somebody that it's not illegal to open up your restaurant to have a place of business, but it is illegal for you to go there. And so I don't understand that. Like, why is it a misdemeanor to go out to eat, but it's not a misdemeanor to have your business open?
Now, one thing that bothers me is that all your grocery stores, Costco, all the big retail chain stores that are essential in the nature are crowded as ever. They got signs saying 6 feet, as if that 6 feet really is some type of mathematical certainty that you are less danger to be 6 feet away. So all the little checkout lines got 6 feet. But then again, you can't go to church. And so why not be able to go to church but sit 6 feet in between? Or I'm like, everybody.
I heard they put somebody in jail in Florida, a pastor in jail.
Yeah. And
it's
then I heard
divide and conquer. I mean, this is.
Hey, Mike, you know the answer to that. You know why they don't want you to go to church, Mike? Come on.
So watch this. I thought about this so we got Easter weekend coming up now. So this is the first time ever, I imagine, where you will not be able to gather to celebrate this special occasion, and people can't do it. You got to do it virtually online. Like, I'm to the sense where if my pastor decided to have church and made it a requirement that everybody wear a mask and some glasses or something like that, I would be willing to go. But that's just me.
Like Minions.
Say again?
Wearing the goggles and all looking the same in the get up.
Exactly. I would do it like on some, I think I would be willing to take that risk, me personally, but to each his own.
Our faith. I mean, that's where it is. That's why I'm listening is, I have faith. Mm-hmm. I have faith that God's going to be there and continue to be there because he keeps us from those sicknesses, those diseases, the plagues and everything. He says that in Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
And so we're in this fearful position and we're put in this fearful position. And if we act out of love, we're being attacked. So we have to kind of almost stay in this fearful position. And that's what's driving me crazy. Like some people are like, oh, well, just leave some food at their door. It's like, well, I touched their food then. Like, duh. I feel like this is just madness.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I do agree.
Man, I don't worry. I tell my wife, look, don't worry about this. We know 2 people that tested positive.
Yeah.
One is an elderly person, another person is in their 30s. They went to the doctor, they're safe, they're fine, their families are fine, everybody who they came in contact, they're fine. I'm not saying people aren't dying, but when the news is trying to scare you 24/7, and we got meat lockers now for all these bodies, don't believe it. I'm not saying don't be safe. If you're gonna go somewhere and you want to protect yourself, but don't let this make you feel like that inside. Because just go outside, breathe some air, garden a little. Eat some chocolate. I don't know. Do something you like. Especially if you have faith. You're protected.
Yeah. Amen, bro.
Just try not to get too worried.
It's all a psychological thing, like psychological warfare. Like I'm ex-military. Like that's some one of the things they teach also. And it's controlled by fear. That's all it is. Just trying to throw fear out there for people. Just
hey, what branch were you in?
Make everybody fearful. Army.
Oh, I was Army too. I was stationed at Fort Drum. Where were you?
I was at Fort Carson.
Oh, Colorado.
First Battalion, 9th Infantry Regiment.
Oh,
yeah.
I was in infantry. 11 Bravo.
Yes, sir.
Not me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering, like, I don't think we're there anymore. Like, huh?
Are any of y'all homeschooling y'all's kids now because of this?
Yeah,
I always did.
Schooling, yeah. School is at home now. Yes.
Yeah.
School is at home now
Yeah.
officially,
Yeah.
and so right now, apart from being called spring break, it's just adjusting to the, like, trying to work as well, and then helping them work, and the adjustment of, like, man, it's interesting.
So did the government? So how'd you get curriculum? Did the government give you? They just take the textbooks home and the teachers fork over the test, or how's that
So,
work?
and that's it's unofficial.
No,
So
it's-
everything for us is unofficial. It's just more so keep the kids busy. They got some online activity type of things that
Online.
kids have to check in
yeah,
online. And
everything's online for me.
Do all these
Yeah.
kids graduate? Do they get to graduate?
ooh,
On you homeschooling them at home, or is this some kind of curriculum that they're offering online to be able to graduate?
well, I have a high schooler, and so he's not ready to graduate yet. But we are told that once he finishes his
Graduate their
core
grade,
check-ins, check in regularly, do something online, and it shows that you are actively participating, then you will have all the credits needed to move on to the next grade. So,
Yeah.
but I imagine if you're a senior right now, think about this, that transition from your senior year to college, that's all
Yeah.
disrupted. And my personal opinion is that after all this unfolds, people will look at college differently now that you know that you can do all that online stuff and probably save a couple dollars. Like, I think college is going to struggle on the other end because
Yeah.
they're too damn expensive in the first place for information you can get online now. So,
They do it faster too.
yeah, big time. So watch
I
this.
know I didn't do any schooling, and I've learned a lot. I've gone through definitely all kinds of different things. I used to work finance for a long time, but now I like to get my hands dirty. I like to work hard, and I've always enjoyed that. Finance just was a lot of money and silliness, but I like to work hard, and it's silly that we're all just sitting here. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I do agree. What we got? What happened to Matthew? More ads, start camera. All right, so we will hang out for a couple more minutes. I wanted to see how. I want to just start something and whoa, what happened, everybody? Start something and get everybody a chance to connect and actually meet up and hang out. And so I want to encourage everybody, if you haven't already, definitely start yourself a channel and use it to document what's going on. Like, I think everybody has a unique perspective, and I think by sharing it in times like this, you'll look back and wish you would have probably documented this a little bit more and shared your unique angle. So that's why I want to make sure to encourage everybody start shoot some video, everybody, if you haven't already. Lots
What
of
do you want to
pictures.
see, Mike? What kind of videos you like?
I mean, it's not about me. It's not about what I like. It's about what you like. So what do you want the world to see from your perspective? Like, and that's where it goes in connecting whatever your interest is with, whatever video you want to shoot. Or if you're a writer, hell, write. Everybody gonna have a little bit more time on their hands, especially if this thing goes on for another year or so. So time to reach into it and tap into our creative juices a little bit.
Yeah, well, I like this. It was nice hearing and seeing faces and stuff. I hear a lot of voices, so it was good being like, oh, that's what they look like. That's nice.
Yeah, I was hoping to get Mr. Spirit King in the building.
Hey, that's what I want to see, Spirit
right,
King. He didn't got no silver. Send us some silver.
And so from the little news update I did earlier, he was going back and forth with somebody, and somebody said, "Can you please stop tagging my name?" And so he kept bugging somebody.
Mike, is Paul doing all right?
Yeah, he is doing all right. Yes, and so I'm no longer partnering with Silver Doctors, and so he has to work solely on his work. So that's why we haven't been able to connect. But he's doing good, man. And I think he misses the video content, but that's not a part of his assignment right now. So, but other than that, he's still doing good.
Silver Doctor's paying you in silver?
No, man, I got the good old Federal Reserve notes, man, but I converted them though. I converted them over quick.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, well, watch this. We are going over an hour, and so I definitely enjoy this. As always, I'm gonna try to do these more often because I enjoy hanging out and not having to always give questions. I can just listen sometimes. So I appreciate everybody joining me. And for those that are watching via chat, if you enjoyed it back and forth, give it a thumbs up. And next time, dial in and join the chat so we can see some faces. So with that being the case, everybody, it's been great hanging out. And definitely, let's do this again. And be safe out there and stay prayed up and everything in between. So any last thoughts you guys want to leave with?
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you for letting me on.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Well, with that being the case, sounds like somebody's up late. What time is it? 10 o'clock? Matthew, what time you go to bed, Matt?
Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Be good. All right, everybody.
God bless y'all.
See you guys later.
All right, Mike, later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Y'all take care.
You too.
Bye. It's still gonna be on YouTube. My face. I'll be making a fun face with her.
I just got in here and they're all over me for this plane.
Fuck, I need a PB.
All right, everybody. So that was interesting. I enjoyed being able to hang out with everybody. And as always, so I'm going to try to do more of these hangouts since we can't physically meet up. Why not meet online? So there'll be other opportunities. I might try to throw one out a day. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But if you guys have enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. And let's connect again. And I want to see some more people out there. We got a lot of interaction in the chat. I definitely want to see some faces and get a chance to know, get a chance to meet some people. So other than that, that is all she wrote for this evening. Be blessed, be safe. I will see you guys later. Peace.